Tampa Bay's Media Talk. We're here with the profound Rob Higgins. And Rob, why don't you explain to everybody what your job is?
Sure.
He works with the Sports Commission.
I am. I'm the executive director of the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. Really, our responsibility as a team is to not only attract major sporting events and really sporting events of all sizes to the Bay Area, but then also organize them once they're here. So we handle all the operational aspects of the events as well.
So if you guys have noticed over the last, forever, but over the last 3-4 years, you guys have been bringing some really big events here. Name a few of the Final Four for the women's.
Yeah, we've been on a great run. A lot of people think it's an unprecedented run for a major city across the country. A couple years ago, we hosted the ACC men's basketball tournament. Yeah. That was the first time that event's ever been to the state of Florida. And then this past spring, we hosted both the NCAA men's basketball first and second rounds, and then the women's Final Four you referenced.
Yeah.
This year, we've got the ACC Football Championship. We've got the SEC men's basketball tournament. The Super Bowl host committee is doing a great job getting the Super Bowl ready. And the NCAA Volleyball Championship will be here in December of 2009. So some great events, and that's in addition to about 75, 80 youth events we do every year as well.
Tampa right now is blowing up for sporting events. Everyone on the media and watching TV knows about Tampa and sports right now.
Well, we worked really hard to get the World Series here.
Yeah.
It's just a great time. Sports is top of mind in Tampa.
Right.
Certainly the success of the Rays. You look what USF's done in football. You look what the Buccaneers have done.
USF's done
the Lightning have got a great, exciting thing going here as well. We've just got a great sports community that's really galvanizing around the product.
And if you guys don't know at home, a lot of time when these events come here, like the ACC Football Championship or the Super Bowl, it's not like somebody calls Rob up and says, hey, you know what, I think it would be a great place. I know, Rob, that you go through hoops.
Sure.
And can you explain to some of the people what that's like?
Basically, when you got an organization like that, they give you the request for proposal. And that's basically a telephone book-sized document that asks you for how your community is going to handle the stadium, how is it going to handle transportation, how are you going to fill 3,000 to 5,000 volunteer shifts.
Right.
It's all those things, and we respond with basically 2 telephone books back to them. So from there, we go do a presentation. We compete against the other cities, and then we find out whether or not we're awarded. So certainly we've got a great track record going. The next event we're going back after is in a couple weeks. We present for the women's Final Four to get it back here. So we're looking forward to that bid. And then a few weeks later, the ACC Football Championship will be here December 6th, and we're certainly excited about that.
Now, do you guys have something to do with the Outback Bowl?
The Outback Bowl has been in the community for a great time. It's one of the greatest bowl games in the country.
Right.
Outback Steakhouse support of that is phenomenal, and the Outback Bowl staff has been in place for quite some time and does a phenomenal job. So we're very supportive of the bowl, but they've got a well-oiled machine, and certainly they do a great job with it.
Now, can you explain why you only work with collegiate and amateur and not professional?
Sure. We're a private, not-for-profit, and it's really those collegiate or amateur events that need the support, and it's those one-time events that basically come in the market, drop a lot of economic and social impact, and really need an organization to step up and act as that local liaison.
Right.
Those professional organizations have full-time staffs, great infrastructure, and really they've got everything in place to be successful. What we're here to do is really generate that extra impact by those events that are traditionally rotated around the country.
Now, where'd you go to college?
I went to the University of South Florida.
You
Go
did.
Bulls.
So what do you think about the Bulls? How are they going to do this year?
Well, they got a big game tonight. They play
Yeah.
Cincinnati tonight on the road on ESPN. It's going to be a great game. I think Coach Levitt's got the troops playing well, and I think they'll be in good shape.
We need some. Now that the Rays are out, they got so close. It's like, all right, Bulls, let's see if we can get in the top 10 maybe, possibly.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Get in there. You got
Finish the season strong. Be outstanding.
Now, I'm a Patriots fan by heart, but I do cheer for the home team, the Bucks. What is their outcome going to be?
I think they're positioned well. They've got so many different interchangeable parts. You look what Ernest Graham's done this year. Jeff Garcia's stepped in and been great. And then defensively, what they've really made their mark on has been strong again. Those savvy veterans of Derek Brooks and Rondé Barber and the gang are complemented by great youth players like Barrett Ruud. So I think they're going to be great.
I guess. What about the ACC champs?
This season has just been a crazy football season. It certainly speaks to the parity of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Right now, as we stand out, we got 37 days until the ACC Championship, and you legitimately have 10 or 11 teams that could be in Tampa come December 6th.
Now, if you're allowed to answer this honestly, who do you want in there for the media coverage?
You know, we would take any of the teams. Certainly,
Right.
I think all the teams would have a great impact on our community. We look forward to any matchup that's possible. There's certainly some great storylines that are out there right now that are playing into it. You look at what Florida State's done, and Coach Bowden has really gotten the troops going. You look at what Maryland's done on the other side in the Coastal Division. Virginia, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, Miami's starting to make a statement down south. So there's a lot of different scenarios that can play out. We're just excited to see what happens over these next few
I got to
weeks.
tell you, this is why he's probably a lot better politician than I am, because you just went right past my answer.
Still haven't answered the question, did I?
No, that was good. I'm impressed. Can you tell about where people can buy the tickets, when they should buy them, how much they're going to cost, if you know that?
I would love to do that. Certainly, if you go to the roadtotampabay.com, that has all the information about all the schedule of events. It talks about where you can go on there and buy tickets. You can see exactly what will be happening that weekend. It's a 48-hour celebration of football. We have a high school all-star game. We got our youth game day of champions. We just announced a post-game concert with a country artist named Blake Shelton, who's going to do a great job at our Fan Fest out there. So it's going to be a great weekend. We encourage folks to log on to the roadtotampabay.com, and certainly we're excited about it.
Now, how many people do you think are going to come here for the ACC Championship compared to maybe the Outback Bowl? Because, I mean, it's not as big as a bowl game, but it's still pretty relevant for this team to win and get into the tournament, into a bowl.
We're expecting to have a full house. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Raymond James Stadium holds 65,000 seats. We want every one of them to be filled. So we're working diligently to make that happen, and we're looking forward to just a great weekend, capped off by a great game.
Now, here's the big question my producer wants me to ask. Is there going to be beer at the game? Because I know it's a college event.
There will be beer there. I don't know
Michael,
if there'll
be beer there.
I don't know if there'll be enough beer for Michael, but there's going to be plenty of beer there.
Well, Rob, it's been great having you on the show.
I appreciate the opportunity.
And
it's always good to see our good friends at Tampa Digital.
Yeah, we do what we can. We're not as great politicians as you are, but I got to work on trying to beat around the answer like you do.
There you go.
Okay, here's my sign out. Let me see if I can remember. Tampa Bay's Media Talk brought to you by Tampa Bay Digital and sponsored by Creative Loafing. We'll be back with Janet in 60 seconds and her hot friend wearing a pink sheep Little Bo Peep outfit.